everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. As you can see, I am not at my studio, which is my basement. Don't make fun of me for it, I like it. But I'm actually on the road to this weekend, visiting family, which is why I'm in my in-laws' office. It's really nice, a bunch of CDs behind me.
Yeah, baby.
Hey. Candace, you win. Let's spin it again. I don't think this thing's loud enough. Is it loud enough for the music? Let's go.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, hey. Oh. Sarah Rice, there's the two winners you got right there, everybody. If you've won a prize, reach out to Josh at thedadchallengepodcast.com and send me your shirt size and your address and I will hook you up. Otherwise, let's get to the snarking. Obviously, I'm in a different setup, and so I can't have the speakers loud, so I got the speaker. I hope it's loud enough. Let's find out, shall we? Okay, so, and the computer's down here, and usually it's up here, so it's all gonna be all different, but you guys don't care. Let's get to this next. So apparently this one's, Alicia says, large family pantry restock, and people said, you gotta watch this, because apparently we get to see the pantry, and we've seen glimpses of it, but I wanna see why she keeps buying thousands of dollars worth of food when she has so much food in her house. So let's take a look and snark a little.
Hi everyone, it's Alicia with the Dougherty Dozen, and this is my weekly restock vlog. We're going to go put the groceries away. I'll show
This is weekly?
you how we organize our pantries and our fridge freezers. But first, coffee.
Coffee. Okay.
My kids are just about to come home from school. I made them a snackerty board. Let me show you.
Why is your hood weird? Why's she doing this? And I'm in here. What do you got here? Alright, crackers, cheese, she puts pepperoni out. Here's a broken piece of celery. Here's those, their snackety boards are garbage. Nobody eats them.
So I brought in all the
Right.
groceries. I put the milks and some stuff away right away. Like
Oh, so she went, okay, so we didn't get to see the shopping, but she brought it all in, okay.
meats.
So look at this pantry for a second, everybody. That's crazy. Where is she gonna put all this food? The thing is, she doesn't need all this food. She buys so much food. She has what we can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves at the back, 4 fridges, probably 2 freezers, and it's literally bursting at the seams. You can't put this food anywhere. What is in it? It's mind-blowing that there are people who can't even afford to eat, and she's making videos like, look how much extra food we have, and now there's 55 bags of food that I'm also gonna add to this.
Now, the rest I gotta put away. We have 4 fridge freezers on this side, and then we have the pantry shelves on this side. Yeah, we are...
Why do you keep wearing those jeans? Stop wearing those jeans, man.
Chili cheese dogs for dinner. I got pre-made chili. I'm gonna throw this in a crock pot, so when we get back...
Crack bag. That's microwavable. Eh? Don't be dumb.
from the ukulele lesson, this will be warmed up.
That's stupid. Your sweater's ugly. Why is there a rip on the back of your pants?
I got a produce fridge, so I've kind of like set produce over here by the produce fridge. Dairy fridge, so I've got like the yogurts to put away by the dairy fridge. Then, yeah, I just kind of like set stuff where it needs.
Also, why don't you wear shoes in your garage? Your garage floor is disgusting. We know that on the other side the kids come in with all their boots on and everything else in the winter, and you're wearing socks, and you wonder why your floor is dirty. And then when you drop French fries on it, you wonder why people don't want to eat your floor fries. Make it make sense, Alicia. Put some shoes on. It's safer anyway. You're gonna get it cold or something.
Put away. This is all bread, so I'm gonna put it on the stair to go inside to put on the bread shelf.
You're a bread shelf. Just kicking bags. Let's do a kick. I don't give a shit about that celery or whatever that is. We're not gonna eat that anyway. It's for the bugs.
And Breeze Bus just got home, so let me open the garage.
Is there really nobody else that can help? Listen to that opener. It's like, gosh. Where's all the White Claw and wine? Where do they keep that shit?
And then I find, like, every week I go through and, like, reorganize all of this. Like, look at.
Why? Why do you reorganize it every week?
Half-eaten container of fruit snacks.
Why you put it in your pocket? I don't understand. It's garbage. Put it in the garbage. You gonna eat them later? What's you gonna do with that? Feed the chickens? Why is there a half-eaten thing of fruit snacks on the top shelf? They have the abundance of so much candy and garbage and snacks. They're like, oh, let me throw it, and they throw it. That's probably what happens. Like, I don't. That's crazy.
Once I organize this out, I'll move it so you can see where I'm putting stuff away.
Hope you can hear this. Oh my gosh, this better get better. Why do people want me to watch this?
Okay, let's start putting stuff into the fridges and on the shelf.
Your shelf.
I'm just gonna put this chili in this crock pot really quick. I was gonna make homemade chili today, and then
It fell through.
I was just like, nah, I got enough going on.
You don't have to spray oil into that. It's chili. You use too much of that. You are the reason we have a hole in our ozone. You're the reason that Greta Thunberg is rolling around the countryside yelling at politicians. Okay? Stop it.
Okay, we're gonna get the store-bought chili for...
Probably gonna be better anyway. Let's be real. Everything you make is poison. It's toxic. Shit has to have labels on it, and the FDC is like, no, you know. Even WHO, the World Health Organization, is like, no, shit's not. Don't eat it.
chili cheese dogs.
Your chili cheese on your thumbs. Ew, clean your shit. You just have to heat it up in the microwave. You're putting it on hot dogs.
There's not very much chili in these.
You know what? You're just putting it on hot dogs, so you don't necessarily need to put 3 or 4 cups of chili on it. So it's just a topping. It's plenty of chili. How many hot dogs are they eating? 12 each? Relax, hot dogger. Here's how you make good hot dogs, just so you guys are aware. Depending on how you do it, right? But here's how I make good hot dogs. And I discovered this. You gotta get the ballpark ones, like the bigger ones. You boil them first, okay? Then you freeze the hot dog water and you play pranks on people. But you boil them first, then you put them on the barbecue, low heat, and you score them diagonally on both sides and let them just like open up. Ooh, so each bite is just like it's cut and it's cooked in the middle and it's like delicious. I love hot dogs. And the best hot dog buns are the ones that are like, I think they're from, I don't know where they're from, but they are flat on each side. They're like, I used to get them in New Brunswick. It's hard to actually find them. They're not like, no, they're like pieces of bread. I'll have a picture here, but that's my favorite hot dog bun. Just as we're wondering. You're gross.
Let's see what it looks like. Not all of the kids.
Look at your, such a good cook. Looks so delicious.
We have 5 minutes until.
So she got 3 of these, and she doesn't think that's enough. Can you imagine the waste that comes in? It's like, and I don't think they food recycle their waste. Like, you know, we have a green bin where you can put all your food. Like, we have this big, in part of our freezer, especially in the summer, we have a big, we get our paper bags. You put it in the freezer and you throw all your food waste in there, so it just becomes this one frozen chunk. So on Fridays when we put our green bins out, which is all our food waste, you throw it in there and there's no bugs, raccoons can't get at it, and that's what we do. The food waste that comes out of this house is probably that of like you know, a Walmart dumpster. Very similar.
Oh, and life gets loud.
Oh, I feel like, why don't they just put that shit in a can? Why is it in that? What a waste. You don't think that's no chili?
So I'm not quite sure I'll get grilled.
Did I swear? Careful.
To grill
You're swearing at the in-laws' house, okay? A little old-fashioned.
hot dogs tonight. I just cook them on the stove.
For the... Lady, did you just say you don't have enough chili? That's enough chili if they're just eating chili. Oh my goodness. Good chili and like good toast, right? Am I right? I'm hungry right now, that's why I'm talking. But like a good French loaf or something like, chili and toast on a cold day. Bring it.
How do you cook your hot dogs? My mom always boiled our hot dogs growing up, which is funny because I never boil our hot dogs.
You're supposed to boil them first.
I either grill them or I saute them in a pan.
That better be it.
This actually should be good.
Stop! You don't have to do that.
Pretzel milk. Yeah, it's too big.
Why did she just turn the water on? Oh, there we go. That was weird.
I'm gonna put this on high for just a little bit until we leave for ukulele, and then I'll move it to low. Alright, first thing I want to do is put these paper towels away. And it's not.
Is that champagne or sparkling cider?
Miserable winter. Actually, that would be a good spring cleaning activity. Not today. It's got a little bit of dairy overflow.
Why do you have dairy overflow? Stop buying dairy then. How about that? A little bit of dairy overflow? You're dairy overflow. Packs of hot dogs do you need? There's already packs of hot dogs in there. What? Put the old ones in the front. Wait, oh my gosh, the hot dogs. And the bacon.
Next to the meat fridge is the freezer, and then we have the dairy fridge. Now I'll put the milks away when I first got home.
Okay, she has too much milk. Why do you keep buying milk?
Like milks to sit out. So I've got the 1%, the whole milk, I've got the orange juice, I've got the vanilla milk, the chocolate.
Hey, Lusha, I don't know if you knew this, but orange juice isn't dairy, and that's in the dairy fridge, so... Idiot.
Almond milk, and I've got more vanilla almond milk up there. And then I like to organize out the yogurts. So...
Can you imagine what their electric bill is a month? Holy shit. If their power ever went out for a longer period than like 4, 5, 6 hours, they would lose thousands of dollars worth of food.
Okay, and then the silver one is our produce.
Oh, get some alcohol there. Some alcohol.
Fridge and eggs.
Beer, alcohol, Corona, vodka.
Really made this
But we stopped drinking. Did you? I don't believe you.
morning. Where am I gonna put that? I think I can fit it in that other one.
Look at the eggs.
Ash just told me there's nothing to eat. So yes, even my kids.
There's nothing to eat, eh? Have you seen the literal wall of food? The wall of food. It's a wall. You built that wall of food. Grab a apple.
Now I can move the eggs down.
Look at the eggs. Good gracious. Ass is bodacious. I thought she, like, hid their alcohol. That's interesting.
Couple carrots left in here.
Those are rotten, you know it. Oh, there's another egg. Alcohol. Oh my god, this is so bad. How much longer can this be?
What do you want for dinner? Because I'm making chili cheese dogs, and I'm gonna guess you don't want that.
I'll eat those.
Okay.
You will eat what I cook. Just kidding. I make multiple meals every night. That's how we roll too.
Alright, I'm putting the olives away. By the way, Deshaun came home from school sick today. The olives away.
Why? Who cares? Why do you have to say anything? No one gives a shit. Who cares?
Doing what you told me. I'm putting the new ones in the back.
Doing who told you? Who told you that? And it's canned goods. You'll be alright. That shit'll last you through an apocalypse.
See?
That's a lot of olives. Here's what you should be learning. Who gives a shit about your canned goods? Learn to not exploit your children for money. That's what we want you to learn, Alicia. We want you to learn to be a good person and stop exploiting people. But instead you're listening to people be like, put your old cans in the fridge. That's... no. Priorities, a-hole. I hate your sweater. And your pants. And your socks. And your thumbs.
But I need to hide this kind of stuff. Like, if I leave this out in plain sight, they will be eaten before I want them on Wednesday.
So get a cupboard and lock that shit.
So.
Or, hear me out. Hey kids, don't eat this shit. And put a little sign. Don't eat the things right here. Or I will throw you down a well. A old well. Like Batman origin stories type of well.
What I usually do is I put them in a bag.
Here's what you gotta do. Okay? We know. Just put them behind carrots and shit. Fruit. Shits won't be touched. You'll be alright. Alright. Effing. I know you guys hate when I fast forward, but I can't do it. Oh, let's get to the cheese. I want to see the cheese. Look at all the vegetables she buys and doesn't eat.
Behind.
Ew. Green beans.
Alright, I'm taking dinner.
Like a pile of hot dogs in a pan. Here you go, everybody. It's like an OnlyFans account for Trisha Paytas. It's really not. You're doing it wrong. Okay? You're crowding the pan for one. For two, no. For three, you got a barbecue. Use that.
Really quick. Should be doing electronics time. Would have grilled beef.
Why are you so... You can't even fry hot dogs properly, man. Oh, you're just...
Wasn't like this mix up.
No, put them so they're all flat. What's wrong with you?
Right now. And here's the chili.
You're chili.
I gotta get the cheese.
You're cheese.
I'm gonna use up before I open a new bag of...
Well, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Why would you not use it?
Combine both.
Like 16 pounds of cheese that is going to be rotten soon.
Like why do we have two open things of cheese?
Because you suck ass. That's why. Let's see.
Okay, dinner's done. Chili cheese done.
Those hot dogs are hardly even cooked, man. This is why you boil them first. Once they're boiled, they soften up, the insides are cooked and delicious, and you just want to crisp the outside edge. Like, I see at least 3 hot dogs that aren't even close to being cooked right there. No wonder your kids don't want to eat it, because you can't cook anything properly. Imagine being more like Heather from Just the Bells 10. Cook delicious food. Because chili cheese dogs should be delicious, and they are delicious. If you just took some time and some love and energy into cooking meals for your children, instead of just half-assing everything. Why don't you get someone else to cook them? I would hate if I had to eat at this house.
Bar.
And everybody's like, oh, she feeds them. She's such a good ma'am. Is she a good ma'am? Nothing like raw hot dogs and store-bought chili with some cheese that's old. Delicious. You're a good ma'am, though. You can tell a good mom. Hear me out. And I know not everybody can cook, okay? I know that. But those women who can cook, and you can tell when you see their cooking that it's with love. I know I'm not a very kinky dude, but that's my kink. I'm just saying it out loud. If you are good at cooking and it's just so effortless to you, hey, what's up? But I'm married. But if I wasn't married, I'd be like, hey, what's up? Everybody's like, you see these like people online, like, how do you get guys that are good and don't cheat? And how do you attract them? Here's how you attract them, everybody. Banana bread. All right, it's easy. Banana bread. And cooking effortlessly with love. There's nothing like a good meal.
Caesar salad and applesauce.
Just throwing some apples.
Okay.
Okay.
once I get the garage food storage all put away, I still have to do the inside. But I like to vacuum this carpet because
if you're about to vacuum with your bare ass socked feet again, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed.
All gross from the week.
You're gross from the week. Can't fast forward it. And she's wearing socks. And so she's been wearing those socks on the dirty ass carpet the whole way through, then traipses that shit into her house, right? Cooks and drops food on the floor and they still eat it. And then comes back out, and now I'm gonna vacuum, but now you're vacuuming with dirty ass feet. So you're literally walking with dirt over clean dirt. And then more dirt stays. Okay, really. They're empty there. You can hear that the vacuum isn't sucking up anymore because the damn thing is so full of dust and dirt and grime. It's like, when you hear that part, it means it's not sucking anymore, right? Saying? I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I'm saying? That's what's happening, and it's so full, and she won't empty it. It's not sucking right now.
Definitely something stuck in this.
No, it's full of dirt.
Oh?
And fries.
Something is clogging my vacuum right now.
That's supposed to be a Dyson's never supposed to lose suction, by the way. Oh, look at all the Velveeta. Holy ranch dressing, tuna. Unless you don't try to fix something. No, that's not gonna do anything. Really?
I guess we have to wait until after my meeting. Okay, the other day got away from me, but I did want to show you what everything looks like once it's put away.
It fell through.
For the week, now some of it's been eaten up, but get the point. But first, coffee.
Yeah.
On our counter, we keep the fruit bowls.
For the apples.
They've been picked away at. And then this is the bread shelf I was telling you about.
We've seen this bread shelf. Who are you talking to?
And for the bread. So this is the fridge in the kitchen. Off the fridge is
I have the same fridge.
Pantry room. This is where we keep
holy chips. That kid said there was nothing to eat. Look at this.
Cereals, big bags of
holy shit, the amount of chips in this house.
Chips behind me. Let me turn that light on. Is storage for like the pots, pans, plates.
Why do you have like massive amounts of big pots? You just need one. You're not cooking 2 giant pots of things, are you? 3, 4? Wow, maybe you are. Maybe you are. Maybe you are.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, paper plates.
Then we go into the garage, and this is with everything put away. We've got cereal.
And here's the thing. We see all this. She put it all away. And then in like 4 or 5 days, she'll go spend another $2,000 on shit. I don't care if you're a family of 12. That is so much food that would feed a family of 12 for months. If you just didn't waste food, which she does.
There's soups, broths. Over here is where we keep the bottled water. As you can see, it's pretty empty. I need to go do a bottled water stock up. And then we start with our fridge freezers.
So the amount of water she buys is actually crazy because we also know she buys like pounds and she buys liters and liters and gallons of juice as well. These kids, at least they're hydrated, but they drink, at least they drink water. Thank the Lord. Alicia, maybe you should drink some water.
Is the meat
drink water
overflow one.
Your meat overflow.
I don't know. We put leftovers in there. Cinnamon rolls, biscuits, butter. Down here we keep like the overflow of meat. This freezer needs a serious clean out.
Holy disgusting.
Week over spring break. It's got overflow of frozen, but as you can tell, like
packets.
This is what my kids do. They just leave empty stuff. So to go through. Let's go through that.
Your kid said that you had no food. Holy. That is crazy.
Over here is our dairy fridge.
Okay.
This is the frozen breakfast over.
You have original ice cream cake for breakfast? That sounds good.
And an ice cream cake. And this is the produce and eggs overflow.
So they have 120 eggs in there, by the way. Also, the thing about all their healthy stuff is the smallest amount of food they have in their home. That should speak volumes. And I'm not saying everybody's like that, but That's for a family of 12. They have like 2 shelves for healthy stuff, and then like 1,500 shelves for shit, and other fridges for shit and other shit. That speaks volumes about them.
And now I thought I'd sit for a minute and answer the frequently asked questions on my last Restock vlog. Question 1.
Why the eyebrows?
Why do we have so much stuff?
Yeah, answer it.
Okay, this is kind of going to be a long explanation.
Oh.
So, yeah, we have a ton of food storage. During the pandemic,
we bought all the toilet paper, and nobody had any, and that's why everybody was fighting for it at Walmart, because we had it all. That's what your septic system.
Food was scarce.
No, it wasn't. Toilet paper was scarce. What do you mean food was scarce? When was food scarce during the pandemic? Am I misremembering? Food wasn't scarce. Was it scarce?
Food limits, it was tough. Like, Josh and I would both go to multiple stores a day just to get 1 day's worth of food.
What? It wasn't a freaking apocalypse, Alicia. You can get as much food as you wanted. That's a lie. She's lying to you. And even if she is telling the truth, which she's not, but even if she was, the pandemic's over. There's no limits now, and we see that for the amount of shit you buy. So why do you continue to do it?
Because the limit was 4 pieces of chicken and 2 cans, or 1 can of fruit, whatever it was.
Doing that. And we also know that she's lying. Anybody who lives in New York State, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe you guys had some kind of food shortage in New York State. But I live in Canada, and we have way less of an abundance of food here because we have way less of a population. So is that true? I could be wrong, but I don't believe you.
He eats 10 pieces of chicken and 4 cans of fruit, like, in 1 meal. So to feed all of us for the whole day,
Yeah.
it was stressful. Like, I'm not...
You're lying. Why do you lie about weird shit? Just tell people. We have a large family. We are preppers. Just say that we like to hoard food in case of emergencies. You might get made fun of, sure, but at least you're telling the truth. Nobody can really fault you for that. If you have a large family and you want to have just in case of emergency, whatever happens, we have a lot of food. I literally have shelves and tons of food stored away because I'm not stupid. That's just smart. That's just smart. Why would you ever be ashamed of doing that? But you make up some weird ass lie. There was no way that people were like, you could only buy 4 pieces of chicken. Are you serious?
Why? It was stressful. Not only that, compounded with that, we are parenting...
Oh, here we go. Let's give away some secrets.
Over half of our children have come from the foster care system. They have a history of trauma and neglect, and many of them have the neglect factor of not having food.
Okay.
Basically, as babies, they did not have food. They were starved.
I thought she was gonna. She told us in her comment, "I'm not doing that anymore. It's just focused on me." Then she goes ahead and does a video, not like 2 days later, about her kid's trauma. Okay.
That has created a food insecurity in them that even though they have lived here for years, that instinct does not get healed overnight. That is like...
No. As a person who came from food insecurity and having adopted kids, same thing. Yeah, it doesn't go away overnight, but they haven't been there overnight, Alicia. They've been with you, some of them, for most of their lives. Okay? And you know what does help this is the therapies that you need to be taking them to, which seems like you don't. Because, yes, it's not overnight. Of course not. But we're not accusing you of this being overnight. No one would say anything if you had a kid that just came in a couple of months ago. But these kids have been there with her, again, most of them, for most of their life. So I don't believe you. And if that were the case, and it is the case, where are the therapies? Because if your kids are just going to do this and hoard food and eat food until they become severely overweight, you're damaging their futures by doing that. So, okay? What an idiot. Why make up weird lies? It makes you look worse.
And deep down fear in them that they won't have food again. During the pandemic, when we were scraping
I see what she's doing.
together to get enough food every day, it really triggered their food insecurity.
Again, the only shortage I ever saw of anything was a shortage of toilet paper. If that, then there was baby food that was a little while ago, but nothing. She's lying right now. She's making that up to say, well, we couldn't get enough food. What? Excuse me? No, that's not true. Plus, you have a special, home for a bunch of kids. No one would ever say, hey, you can't take that. Like, hey, I have 12 kids. I mean, it doesn't even make sense to me. You could order food from butchers locally. They could deliver it to your house. There was always a way to get it done. So you're lying right now, and you're lying by saying the reason I stock food up is because during the pandemic, my kids who have food insecurities, we didn't have enough. I don't believe you. I absolutely don't believe you.
A lot of emotions. There was a lot of behaviors. It was really a difficult time for them. They were worried. They were worried about food. And we tried our best to assure them that there was going to be enough food. We would make it a way to get enough.
She is not.
Food, etc., etc. We got through.
That's because there was no food shortages. I know we're a different country, but I can't. I could be wrong. That's what I'm saying. Maybe she's not making it up because that's such a crazy lie that it would be so outlandish even for Alicia. So you guys let me know.
Food scarcity left for the most part. But ever since then, I decided that I was always going to have enough food so that didn't happen again. Just in case. I don't want them to ever feel or worry that there's not going to be food for them.
I would believe that if it were true, but it's not. And if you fed them healthy foods too, you could say that, you can make that excuse, but what you don't want them to ever worry about is having an abundance of unhealthy, disgusting food. This is your way of, I don't even know if you're trying to do this on purpose, but what you feed your children is absolutely atrocious. And if they have food insecurity issues, that's okay. Just because they have food insecurity issues doesn't mean you have to feed them absolute and utter bullshit every single day of the week. And that's all you feed them. We just saw the healthiest thing that you have at your home is a half fridge full of some vegetables that they don't eat. That's it. The rest is processed beyond process. Look, we all feed our kids this stuff. I get that. I'm not saying we're all perfect. Okay, but you've got to give your kids some sort of balanced diet to some degree, but nothing that they eat ever is balanced. You're not balancing it with everything. You don't even cook the damn hot dogs, lady. And also balance we have tons of good food too. So she's using that. That's weird. She's being half truthful, which is kind of weird, but just say, look, we hoard food because we have a large family and we want to make sure that there's always an abundance of food. No one's going to say anything about that.
So we created
I will.
The garage pantry, and we kind of
overdid
restock that. Like, it's like a little store, right? We restock whatever we use that week. So do I have a zillion cans of canned fruit or canned oranges? Yes, I do. For a reason. And when I use 4 cans, I'm gonna buy 4 more cans. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what everybody does, Alicia. But you don't. Because we see there's 16 cans on the damn shelf and you buy 16 more. You didn't use 16 cans. You're just buying shit. We see when she goes to the store, she just throws shit in. She reads her list and then there's like 400 different things she puts on that's not on the list. So you're not actually restocking. Your shopping hauls brought you lots of views. That is the only reason you do this. And to sit here and make this lie up is crazy. Look, guys, I make a lot of money. I realize when I do shopping hauls, lots of people want to watch that. That's why I overdid it. We saw Heather from Just the Bell said the same thing. She was falling into that same pattern. Her husband's like, we can't even eat all this. What are you doing? So that's what Alicia's done, but is lying about it. And that's crazy to me. Just tell the truth for once in your damn life.
I guess it's hard to explain and kind of hard to grasp if you don't understand food insecurity and you don't understand that aspect of trauma.
So she's sitting here like I'm the professional on all this. The person who says all of my adopted kids have FAST, and then we have 100 videos of her drinking, and we just saw the fridge full of booze there too. Is that what you're trying to tell us? You're such a professional on things, and you're so wise on all these things. Then why do you do these things around kids? If they have food insecurities, why do you only feed them garbage? Why are your kids not living to any degree a healthy lifestyle? 0. Jeez.
Okay, that was that question. Sorry for that long roundabout answer. Also, I think people get surprised by the amount of food that our family eats, and they're like, oh.
Wastes. You waste it. To this day, I don't think I've ever seen anybody eat any of her food that she's ever made, any of those meals. She shows them eating the desserts and like the floats and all that stuff, but never the meals, ever. And remember the video, she's like, Zoe's like, I'm not eating. She's like, you're eating just for the video. I don't care if you're just, making a plate for the video. I don't care if you eat it or not. And we know that the kids don't eat, even at the spaghetti table. She put out so much food, and 3 or 4 bites were taken out of that entire table because she wanted to go viral with that. The kids do not eat the food that she makes. They eat the food that's in the pantry. So another lie that she makes, they eat the cereal, they eat the Velveeta. We don't ever see her make Velveeta. Even the Snackerty boards. The kids aren't eating that shit. Okay, you have a closet full of snacks. That's what they're eating. And they're eating something quick that they grab because they're on the way out. But why lie about it? Everybody does that to some degree, especially busy families. But she does it because everything that she needs to portray something that she isn't. And that's why this stuff is so bad and so toxic and icky.
Leftovers. What do we do with leftovers? We eat them. Honestly.
No, you don't. You're a liar.
Most of them.
They don't even eat the main food that you make. So of course not gonna eat the leftover. We eat them. Come on. Are you serious? Have you guys ever been a kid? Right? Everybody here's been a kid. If you've got an abundance of all this bullshit in your garage, are you really gonna eat leftovers? No, you're not. Because you're not even eating the main overs. Okay? Not even eating the frickin' dish that she made. Like you're gonna eat the leftovers of all this. Have you seen the shit that she makes? Half the stuff is made of full pounds of grease. If that goes in the fridge, you're gonna just see grease like a wax candle in that shit that she makes. No one's gonna eat that, man. Nobody.
Pretty much every week get eaten. We have putting groceries away with me. You are strong. You are beautiful.
You are smelly. F off. So there you go, everybody. The Dougherty doesn't restock video. Some questions and some lies and everything else that's going on there. What a bunch of... She's such a liar. Liar, liar, rip jeans on fire. Apples. Anyway, sorry I've been... Be quiet. I can't yell. Maybe people will like it. I don't even know if you can hear this. I hope it works. Kids are out here having some fun. We have an 80-year... I get some funeral sandwiches this weekend. I'm so excited. But I have to take family photos, so... Anyway, you guys, everybody take a huge ass breath with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for following me on this journey. I appreciate every single one of you, every single day. You're amazing, incredible, and valuable. Don't you ever damn well forget it, okay? If there is a live tonight, I will keep track of it, and I will go on if there is. So, Instagram me or whatever, if you see her going live, we'll do a live. It'll be some fun. It'll be really fun. So, thank you for being here, guys. I will see you maybe tonight.